Hey there, Bourbon Street Joe here. Hang on to your hats, kids, because this one could be interesting. So, I got a ration off eBay, and it arrived in the mail, oddly enough. Unfortunately, we had a visit from our wonderful friends at the Canadian Border Services Agency. And just to show you, this was posted from Thailand. And a little crushed over there, but yeah, made it to Canada. So this spent 2 days in the hands of our wonderful customs people. Yeah. Good news is, I got everything. The bad news is, what a bunch of dicks. Anyway, so this was included as well from Thailand. It's a nice little embroidered square of reeds, I guess, or some sort of fiber with an elephant, which is kind of cool. However, we're all here to see this. Ugh. Massive thing. And let's get that up there so we don't forget that, because I'm not coming back on this one because she's big. It's going to sit on there properly. Vaguely, sort of, maybe. You may not be able to see that. That is roughly sitting at the ever-shifting weight of just around 2,100 grams. I'm sure if I wiggle this around a bit. Yeah, it's around there somewhere. Or approximately 4 pounds, 7 and change ounces. And what is this, you may ask, because I haven't bothered to tell you, but it is a Malaysian 24-hour ration. And don't tell Mrs. Joe, but this is probably the most expensive ration I've bought to date. So we have our complete menu here, obviously in Malay. These we'll get into later, but we're more interested in our 140 grams, which are our mains or sides or fruit, depending. And I'm not going to mangle the translation I'm not going to mangle the pronunciation by trying to pronounce these. I will just give you a translation. So we start at number 5. This is 140 grams of meatballs and black pepper sauce. We go down to number 6, 140 grams of paprika chicken. It's also translated as spicy chicken. We'll see. Number 7 is 140 grams of curried fish. This is number 8, 140 grams of spicy squid. Yes, we have squid as a protein in our ration. We have 140 grams of mixed vegetables. We have 140 grams, sorry, that was number 9. Number 10 is, it translates as peas and gravy. What that actually is in the pouch, I'm not entirely sure. This one is 140 grams. This is, number 11 is pineapples in syrup. And this 140 grams, number 12, I think it translated as banana peels in syrup, but though it may just be banana in syrup. We'll see. That's a tea. I do have a translation for those. I'll put them over there. I can't remember. I didn't write those down because it's me. We have 2 110 grams. I believe that's the sugar. We have a B complex vitamin, a C complex. That's jam. We also have coffee, 2 huge packages of sugar. There's matches, and again, we'll go through everything that's in here. But so beautiful, lovely. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to bump that. Wonderful gift from Thailand. And wonderful gift from Canada Customs. Really, people, like, honestly. So, we'll get to this, which is our accessories. Oh, there's biscuits in there too. So, if you can see it, they managed to do that. So it looks like it's torn here, torn there, and then sort of cut in between. So they kind of, they butchered it to open it. And all they seem to have dragged out was the accessory bag, which, again, they tore open and they removed 1 package of sugar. Oh no, sorry. That's what was outside of, sorry, it was outside of the bag. It was 1 package of sugar. But this is an open bag, which is kind of, because, like, oh, there's the accessories. Like, it's an open bag. You couldn't have just, like, carefully slit this open, removed the bag, opened the bag, and looked at it? No, they went all... Anyway, we know how great customs are. So we have 2 packs of sweet biscuits. These are best before 29th, 11th month, 2024. So these are both in date. 1535 and 1536 hours. So these are pretty close in the production line. I'm not saying they're consecutive, but, you know, whatever. We have 2 packages of salt, which is interesting that garum is the word for salt, because garum is a fish sauce that the Romans used to make, but obviously maybe not the same language, but, well, obviously not the same language, but it's weird that the words are kind of vaguely similar. We have 2 nappy naps, however you want to use those, wherever you want to use those. We have 2 times 3 bags of tea, so we have 6 bags of tea. We have 2 packages of pineapple jam. We have our vitamin B complex and our vitamin C tablets, both of which don't expire till, well, we have 2025 and 2026. So this is all well in date. And this is our 6 gram, I believe this is the coffee. 6 coffees, maybe. We have 30 matches, which are wooden, which are brown tip. And that's obviously where our matches, not DDB and Sun, oddly enough. Excuse me. And then seeing as how they've automatically torn this, because why the heck wouldn't you? There is our 2 very large packages of sugar. So you have 220 grams of sugar, which expire in 2025. Yeah, that's a lot of sugar. And then I have put post-it notes on this, just so I can, again, identify what's going on. There is your list of components. This is obviously menu G. I can put that right there. So that's what we got. And like I said, these are all 140 grams. So this is your pineapples in syrup, your banana peel, or bananas in syrup. This is your meatballs and black pepper sauce. And this is going to get sizable, so I'll move some stuff. Your paprika chicken, your curried fish, And you might be able to see it later once we get out of the shiny, but it's so that is listed on here in ink. It's really hard to see though. Mixed vegetable stir fry. This is peas with gravy. Whether it's actual what we would call peas or what is known as a pea in Malaysia, I'm not sure. This is a green bean porridge. That was one of the two that I failed to translate, obviously, on there. Papayas in syrup. So we have banana, papaya, and pineapple in syrup. And then we have a spicy squid. Now, the green bean porridge, I believe, goes with those three. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 140 gram. What you would, I mean, mains or sides, right? So you've got squid, chicken, meatballs, fish, and then you have a peas with gravy and a mixed vegetable stir fry. And then you have a green bean porridge, papayas in syrup, pineapple in syrup, and bananas in syrup. This, I believe, is served as a breakfast or dessert, as is the bananas breakfast or dessert. So I will actually be making use of some different bowls that I bought just for this, because there are 10. So there's a lot to go through. And those are probably gonna, I mean, they're shiny, but they'll show up the best. If I even have enough bowls. So we'll get this laid out, sorted out, and be right back. Okay, we're back. So while that is heating up, not this. So yeah, I screwed up, of course. So there's 2 coffees, and there are, oops. As you can see, there are 2 coffees. I meant to do that. And this is described basically as full milk powder. So this is creamer. So there's 4 creamers, 2 coffees, 6 teas, 2 sugar, 2 salt, 2 biscuits, 2 jam. So we've got our sweet stuff here. Well, again, that's heating up. So we have papaya in syrup, pineapples in syrup, green bean porridge. In case anybody wants to know what this says, I'll put it right there. It basically says, do not open this before you intend to eat what's inside. And trust me, there's a lot of these, 10 of them to be exact. And then this just basically states military food, 140 grams. Yeah, and this is our banana peel, which I'm assuming is just actually sliced bananas. So we have bowls for everything here. Again, so we have our brown tip, wouldn't match. That works. It's match. Let's do. Now, as far as I know, it does not say anywhere on here what exactly you're supposed to add to this. Open her up. considering you want to see what that looks like. It's a spray dry. Get into our tea. Unfortunately, nothing here is resealable. So once you're into it, you're into it. No scent coming off that. I'm guessing it's just a black tea. Get our handy dandy thermos canteen. And we'll spill 4 ounces of water, hopefully into here. For our coffee, which may take 6 ounces or 8 ounces, or I don't know. And then we'll just add our water to our tea. Let that steep. I'm thinking maybe 6 ounces on that, just because it smells like instant coffee pretty much. I think I'm good with 4 on that. Actually, a nice coffee. Pretty rounded, not salty. They're not sour, not bitter. I haven't added any salt, so it's not salty. Take a look at our coffee whitener, which hopefully didn't quite get that. Is white. I mean, it's well in date, so hopefully it's not some weird It looks a little yellow actually, but I mean, that's what, 6 grams, so hopefully we tipped about 3 grams into that. Oddly enough, I do not have. Oddly enough, I do have a complete mess here with plastic bags everywhere, but I do not have a Malaysian utensil kit, so we'll just go with the good old Canadian here. Clumped a bit, but it's stirs out okay. Seems to mix okay. That adds absolutely no sweetness to the coffee, so I'm guessing it's literally what it says it is, a full fat milk powder. Sounds like a chopper. Don't think it's a Huey because the blades don't seem to have that whup 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 to them. Anyway, back to the video. Yeah, so it doesn't. I think it's just. It's not like a coffee mate where it has like any sort of sweetness to it. I kind of loathe to break into this just because of how big it is, and you can tell probably by that how large the granules are. So it would probably take some doing just to get those to dissolve. We'll let that steep. We'll go with our banana peels. And again, that's really hard to read on there. My eyes aren't that great either. Pengat Pisang, I believe, is what it says on there. And it's got a production of 2023 and a best before of 5/2025. So 2-year shelf life. And it does have a tear notch. And again, I don't think these are served warm. But what the heck do I know? Looks a little cloudy. A little murky in there. Ooh, she's out. She's awfully brown, and those are definitely slices of banana in there, which we will see once we get into that. Green bean porridge. And again, I believe this is a common dessert in Malaysia. Or sorry, breakfast item. Yep. Rogue there. And by green bean, they obviously do not. Making a mess, but they obviously do not mean what we think of as green beans in North America. That's probably like a mung bean or moth bean or something like that. Obviously the chunks are something else as well. I don't think it's just, again, it's kind of a porridge. We're doing pineapples and syrup, buah nanas dalam syrup. The other one, the papaya in syrup, I think the syrup just literally means syrup. Get that open. A little beat up. A little juicy. A little beat up on the inside too. It smells like pineapple. And then we have our papayas and syrup, which is going to be our buah batok dalam syrup. So now that I'm finished butchering Malaysian for the day, because I will not try to pronounce the rest of it. Again, pretty dark in there. Lighting's not that great. So, yeah, that's papaya, pineapple, our green beans, and our bananas. So let's try this before we have to get into the rest of it. Maybe take this out. Just because. And then we'll, I'm going to hit this porridge first quickly, because I'm assuming those are the green beans. So again, it could be just some sort of mung bean, or it's definitely not a string bean as we would call them, right? You know, the texture there looks almost like barley. Definitely has that legume kind of like a red bean, that earthy smell to it. It's sweet, not like super sweet, but sweet, sweetened. The beans are cooked until they are chewable. It's obviously quite stodgy, very starchy. It has that earthy flavor to it. Yeah, I could eat that for breakfast. I mean, why not? Our bananas, and again, that's our slice of banana. Oh, that's weird. So the bananas are very firm. It's sweetened. It's not sour, like lemony sour, but it's got a bit of tang to it. Yeah, tang more than sour. Pretty tasty as well. Our pineapple chunky bits. That looks at darkened section. Looks like a bit of core, which usually I cut out, but. Rich pineapple core. That's super crunchy, chewy. Not really tangy or sour, which you'd like kind of associate with pineapple. And even though it's canned or like canned pineapple, it's nowhere near as sweet. So it's very mild sugar syrup. And this is your papaya, which is pretty much completely broken down into mush. And that is hardly sweetened at all, if at all. You definitely get that like papaya flavor that you would get from a dried papaya out of a fruit mix, but again, it's not sweetened at all. Vaguely mushy. Yeah, it's not bad at all, really. I mean, it's pretty good actually. Black tea. Standard black tea. Try our biscuits here. You take one that's snapped a bit. Nice break. I have a vague scent of animal crackers, so almost like a vanilla, but there's no, excuse me, burpee, there's no sweetness to it whatsoever. So it very much tastes like a social tea or a Peak Freens that we would have here in Canada, just with like somebody was sleeping at the wheel that day and totally forgot to put sugar in it. So it's not really, well, I guess it would be savory, even though it's got like a bit of a vanilla. And here we have our pineapple jam, looking very jammy. And that is super processed. Yes, it's a digit. Like you can tell there's no fiber in that whatsoever. It's just been like super blended, processed, however you want to put it. It smells like pineapple. Wow, that is the sweetest thing here. Oof. Now, That's, pardon me, very sweet. That I would use very sparingly, like maybe over all the biscuits, because that sweet is very thirst provoking. Also might be why you have 6 teas. Wow. Okay. What is this? What the heck am I doing there? Anyway, we'll be right back with the mains. Okay, we're back. Yes, not issued. I did a little research. From what I could figure out, Malaysian troops are issued either a freeze-dried or a pre-cooked rice as well to go with the 24-hour ration. So it is issued separately than everything we got here. So what I'm going to try to do is maybe go in the and get everything in the shot here. Go from like least scary to I wonder how this is going to turn out. Oh, that's not bad. So let's start with our this is our paprika chicken. And again, this did translate as spicy chicken. So whether it is or not, pretty liquidy. Try not to spill it everywhere. Very vibrant color. 1, 2, oh, okay. It's like a couple of chunks and then pieces of chicken. We have our meatballs in black pepper sauce. Well, that's dark brown. Four meatballs in that one. And yep, it all pretty much smells like retort food so far. We'll do our peas with gravy and find out what exactly peas in Malaysia look like. Oh, I didn't think that was gonna. Oh, okay, it's a little. Smells very legumy. We have our mixed vegetable stir fry. Kind of looks like the picture I saw. So basically noodles and veg in a sauce. Fish curry. And this is the order of scariness, because I know a lot of people don't like seafood. Seafood out of a retort is interesting. Malaysian seafood out of a retort could be very interesting. It smells like fish. Almost a very similar color to the chicken. That's empty. And that's definitely got some fishy bits in it. And now our spicy squid, because squid in retort pouches. Oh my. Ooh, that's already got super red grease on it. Weirdly enough, that actually smells, if anybody is familiar with squid, that's pretty much what squid smells like. Sorry, that's not a very good pour, but odd angle. I think I got everything out of there. All right, so let's attack this sucker. Fork so I can strain out some stuff here. Bits o chicken. Brisket of chicken, and brisket I mean more like, nope, I mean briquette of chicken. It's kind of repressed, reformed, depressed, deformed. Cheers. Nope. That is actually a chunk of chicken that's very dry and very stringy. Probably chicken, excuse me, chicken breast. I like that coffee though, because it's very stringy. Just pushing a fork into that, that seems really bouncy for a meatball. Yeah, there's no texture to that. Not spicy chicken. If anybody's had like a dim sum dumpling, or not really a gyoza, but more like a Chinese style dumpling, where they literally almost froth the meat, that's the kind of texture that is. Not really a lot of black pepper flavor to it. This is what they call peas and gravy, and they pretty much look like beans to me, like lima beans maybe. Yep, they're like a lima bean. So that would be a throwback to that place over there with ham and I won't. Yeah, we know what's. Yeah, it's not for polite company really. Carrots, I guess. Bean curd, maybe. Noodles. No, that's very chewy. Bean curd, probably. The other stuff in here, super mushy. You can literally squeeze it between your tongue and your roof of your mouth and just disintegrate it. That is probably mackerel, or no, not well, yeah, probably. Could be horse mackerel, judging by the size, because it's very small. That is going to be super fishy then. Cheers to that. That's not bad, actually. Bit of heat, no. Hint of heat? Maybe. It's kind of like eating a warm sardine, really, sort of a texture thing, I guess. Spicy squid. Oh, all right. Just little strips of squid. Cheers. Yeah, that's about the spiciest thing going. And by spicy, I mean like if you use black pepper and not a lot of it. Yeah. It's all edible, that's for sure. Is it going to be to everybody's tastes? Again, dry and stringy, bouncy meatballs, lima beans, very overdone noodles and vegetables with some kind of stringy, sheety bean curd. I said sheet-y, as in sheets of, not what everybody thought I just said. Fish is good. Like I said, really mild as far as a fishy flavor to it. If you don't like seafood, though, that's not for you. And the squid, it's not bad. It's not chewy. It's not rubbery. Yeah. A Malaysian 24-hour ration. I think we covered everything other than the vitamins. But, yeah, I'm going to enjoy this, and we'll be back for the wrap-up. See you soon. And we're back. And I threw the rest of the creamer into that, just so I didn't waste it. Just because I usually drink my coffee black. And then all the bits we didn't. The other 2 tea bags are upstairs, so we won't count those. Obviously, we're missing a match. Bah. The only resealable thing in the whole package, other than... and see what I get for laughing at it? It was mad at me. So we're looking at $4.25. 14 pounds, 9 ounces, 15 ounces pretty much. Almost a full pound that we didn't use. And like I said, the only resealable thing in the whole, other than the Matchbox, is our vitamin C tablet. I mean, it's sugar coated. It's sweet. It's ascorbic acid. It's very sour. Okay, great. Oh, and our B tabs are actually from Dyna B complex tablet, part of a code. Why nap harm? I don't know. Oh, Dynafarm. Oh, so it's going to be a Dynafarm B. So Dynafarm is probably the manufacturer. It looks like out of a just, commercial package. It smells very B tablety. Love dry swallowing vitamins. Why not? Probably don't get enough. And again, it's resealable. And our sizable amount of packaging that goes with this. Yeah, you can't really see it. It's down there, even if I move it. It's 166 grams or 5.8. So it's pretty much 6 ounces of, wow. That's a lot of garbage to get rid of or hump around with you right there. And that's not all of it, right? Because we still have the packaging from everything we didn't use over there. Having said that, now that I've just gotten water or whatever all over this, yes, that is an elephant. Yes, I did say it was from Thailand because that is where I got the ration from. The seller is from Thailand. If you look on eBay, they're the only person selling the dark green bagged Chinese Special Forces rations currently. And I just happened to see this, so I picked it up. Anyway, Malaysian 24-hour ration. I believe it was menued cheap. So honestly, this is the most varied 24-hour ration I've ever seen. To have like that many components in it is quite startling, really. But hey, good on them. And by the way, of course, these meals are, I believe, certified halal for to meet most Malaysian dietary restrictions. So, yeah, great ration. Hopefully a good video. Bourbon Street Joe. I'm out. Bye.